something that you may know by now. Both the federal and state governments have their own court systems, but Tom Sinas joining us as he does every weekend to discuss the differences in which crimes end up in which courts, I guess you could say, Tom.
Well, it seems like a timely topic, Derek. We hear a lot in the news about the federal court system, right? And as I thought about that, I thought, God, you know, we kind of take it for granted. What are we really talking about here? We have in the United States a principle that we call federalism, which means that the states are sovereign, and so is the federal government. So what does that mean for our court system? Well, we have a state court system, so we have one in Michigan, other states do as well, obviously, and then we have a federal court system. And these two court systems are completely independent of one another, and yet you hear in the news, well, this case is going to be a federal case, whether it's a civil case for money damages or a federal criminal case.
Sure.
And I think it's easy to wonder, well, how does a case become a federal case? How does a case become a state case? And the answer is a little bit more complicated than you might think. So we basically have two kinds of cases, civil and criminal. I hope you never, or none of our viewers ever find themselves in a federal criminal case. But even if it's not you, how does somebody get there?
Yeah.
Well, the United States Congress has the ability to pass certain laws that make certain kinds of conduct illegal, federal laws. And if you violate a federal criminal statute, you can be hauled into federal court. Drug trafficking is a great example. But there are a lot of crimes that are horrible, heinous crimes, murder, rape, assault, that are actually not federal crimes.
There's jurisdictions, right? Is that how it works?
Well, the jurisdiction in most of those cases is the state court, which is why even some of the most heinous crimes that we see don't get prosecuted in federal court because they're not federal crimes, even though they're very, very serious state crimes. What about civil cases? Civil cases for money damages or disputes that don't have to do with someone losing their liberty. Well, courts there, again, have what we call limited jurisdiction. They can only hear certain cases that involve a federal law, kind of like the criminal situation. And then we have this very unique thing where if two people from two different states have a civil dispute, that is what we call a diversity case, meaning the litigants are diverse in terms of where they're from. Those cases can be heard in federal court. If not federal court, then state court. So as you listen to the news and you hear about things coming out of Washington or things locally, and you hear people being prosecuted or litigating certain cases in federal court versus state court, how those cases end up there really are a function of the federalist system of government that we have. And as we get ready to celebrate the Independence Day, you know, I figured why not review the age-old topic of federalism in the United States Constitution.
Good stuff. As always, people need to know the law a little bit better. Where do they find you?
They can find us online at www.sinusdramus.com. Send us an email at info@sinusdramus.com or give us a phone call in West Michigan, 616-301-3333.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Derek.